Hey there, nation. Welcome to the show where we help you to play miniatures wargaming on a budget. It is I, Commander CheapSkate, and we are back with another edition of Spoils of War. This is our series of beer, whiskey, and cigar reviews, and today we're doing a cigar review on the Flor de San Andreas by Rocky Patel. So, this 6.5 inch by 52 64 inch diameter box press cigar is one of the newest offerings that was created by the fine folks at Rocky Patel. They manufacture very nice premium cigars, and this one is one of their latest offerings that they actually have out there. This one's kind of interesting too because this is also the very first cigar that they actually manufactured that they uses the San Andreas tobacco as the wrapper on this one, which is this nice dark kind of like Maduro color wrapper as well. So we're going to review this cigar real quick, talk a little bit about the history of this cigar, what kind of things we're looking for, what it's made from. We'll get some aromas in, and then finally we'll do our review when we go over the first third, second third, and final third. And as always, these videos are dedicated to my brother in arms across the ocean right now, Big Puka. This one's for you, buddy. So with that being said, let's go and get and set this review. Alright, so let's go and talk about what this cigar actually looks like real quick. So as you can see, it is a Maduro. It's what they call a San Andreas tobacco, which is kind of like a dark kind of Maduro color. You're starting to see a lot more of these San Andreas type of cigars starting to arrive on the market as of late. And so this is the one that is offered by the Rocky folks at Rocky Patel for them when they manufacture for that one. Now this one is a Toro size, so it's 6.5 inches by 52 64 inch in diameter. But what you'll notice about this cigar is actually, if you look at it from the side profile, from the front, it's actually not a circular cigar, okay? This is what's called a box press cigar is what it's called. So basically what they do is when they make a box press cigar, they make a normal cigar like always, you got your binders, your fillers, and your wrapper and everything else like that. But the difference though is that they then compress the cigars into a box form, all right? And the reason why they do that is because apparently when you make a box shaped cigar like that, it helps kind of concentrate the flavors. So it's kind of a unique looking cigar. It's got really straight edges on it for a cigar, so because that, it is kind of cool as well. The wrapper, like I said before, is a Maduro, so it is kind of like a little bit of a toothy kind of wrapper. It's got a really good, kind of a good texture to it as well. It's also Nicaraguan, so it's got the binder, the wrapper, same thing with the long filler, is also from Nicaragua as well. So it should be a little bit of spice, a little bit of pepper in there. So we'll go and get that try when we flavor it up. Let's go ahead and see what kind of aromas we get from it. All right, so when it comes to the aromas, a very sweet kind of tobacco scent, but has a very rich kind of cocoa chocolatey aroma for me. Let me get another. Let me try that again real fast. Very chocolatey. In fact, it has kind of like the aroma as if it was like an infused cigar almost, because that's how strong the chocolate aroma is actually. Now, this is not an infused cigar at all. It's just not natural tobacco. But wow, if I didn't know any better, I would think it would be like a chocolate flavored cigar or something like that. So it's pretty good on that one. So with that being said, let's go ahead and give this a light real quick. We'll go through the first third and talk about the flavors we have there, the second third, and then the final third. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get this started. Alright, so we have the initial light on the cigar, so let's go ahead and talk about some of the initial flavors we get off it real quick. So I'll take a couple of puffs on it and let's tell you what I think. So, right off the initial flavorings for it, getting it kind of like a rich, kind of sweet tobacco flavor. A little bit of a you very notice also like a really strong kind of like chocolatey kind of coca type of aroma and flavor to it as well. Kind of like a really dry chocolate kind of flavoring. So it's very, very strong on that part, and just a little hint of pepperiness, a little bit of spiciness at the end of it. Pretty much on the aftertaste on that is the spices kind of coming through on it. So which is also very typical of Nicaraguan cigars. Nicaraguan cigars are known for their pepper as well as their zest. Let me go and take a puff on this and try the retro hell on this one real quick. Very much strong in the coca flavor, kind of like a coffee, kind of like a coconut coffee kind of retro hell on that one. So yeah, very peppery, very spicy. We'll go and let this heat up a little bit and let it continue on into the next third and see how the flavor develops from there. So with that being said, we'll see you guys in a little bit. All right, so we are back. So we let the heat kind of develop on the cigar, going to the first third, halfway about the first third of the cigar. Once again, flavors are very relevant, very rich kind of coca, kind of chocolatey aromas with a kind of a coffee richness to the smoke. So it's very, very delicious. Once again, the hint of the pepperness and the spiciness is right on the back end of it. So after you take a puff from the cigar and you kind of exhale the smoke, that's where the peppery flavor kind of comes in. Let me go take a puff real quick and get some more notes on it. Still very rich kind of chocolate flavor, like I said before, just that zestiness around the back end. So that's pretty much the first third. We'll go to the second third of the cigar and then continue on with the review. So I'll see you guys here in a little bit. All right, so we are back with the second third. So right off the bat right now, the flavors are still very much similar throughout the entirety of the first third of the cigar. Just that rich chocolatey kind of coca flavor. The spiciness is becoming a little bit more prevalent as time goes on, which is going to be expected because as the cigar heats up, the spicy zestiness of Nicaraguan tobacco usually, kind of also heightens as well. Let's get another puff on this real quick and see what kind of flavors we get from it. So like I said before, just that sweet kind of chocolatey aroma, very rich smoke plume, so very, very excellent flavor throughout, and just the hint of spiciness getting a little bit stronger. So yeah, we're going to go smoke this the final third, and then we'll finish up a review on the Flor de San Andreas by Rocky Patel. All right, so now we are back with the final third of the cigar. Just the first and second thirds, that rich cocoa kind of zestiness, that the back end flavor just kind of kept on going throughout. Burn time on the cigar is actually pretty good. We're now at the final third, just a little over an hour. So if I was to guess how long the cigar would burn for, about hour and 20 minutes, maybe hour and a half in total. So overall, just very impressed with the Flor de San Andreas. So it's going to give it a couple more puffs for the final third, and then we'll finish up this review. So here we go. Once again, just very smooth. That rich cocoa kind of coffee flavoring with a little hint of chocolate. Still pretty good throughout. Still got that little bit of a zesty note throughout. So the flavors on the cigar is very consistent throughout the entirety of the cigar. Very, very impressed with it. If you get a chance, try to grab one of these off of your local tobacconist or order it online. It's very good and delicious. You'll probably enjoy it. So that's good for this one, you guys. As always, please feel free to like, comment, and or subscribe. Your guys' input is valuable as always. Also, check us out on Instagram, Google+, Blogger.com, as well as Facebook for all the latest and greatest about our hobby. That's good to do for this one, you guys. We will catch you guys next week on the battle reports. You guys stay classy. Peace out, you guys.